Hello, beautiful people. Welcome into this live. I don't typically go live on this channel, but I am covering some news stories when it pertains to GLP-1. Since I am now on this, I'm just like trying to be all over what's happening in the world of GLP-1s and semaglutides. So what is happening? This is major breaking news. Let me tell you, this is breaking news for people who have been doing this and on this journey way longer than I have. I've only started this journey in August. So, but this is breaking news for those who have been doing any kind of weight loss journey and being denied and having to wait and all this other stuff. Hey, Erica, welcome into the live. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and get into it because I do have to run out. So what just happened? This was posted. This was released 40 minutes ago. Okay. So according to MSN, Reuters, the World Health Organization has added GLP-1 drugs to treat diabetes to its essential medicines list. That's major, alongside treatments for cystic fibrosis and cancer, and said it hopes this will help improve global access to the costly drug. So hopefully the people over in the UK now won't have any kind of issues that they've been having over there. I've been, just listening to people talk about how hard it is for them in the UK to get their meds. And even over here in the US, a lot of people are struggling to get it, especially when it comes to insurance. So this is now being added. GLP-1 drugs to treat diabetes is now added to the essential medicines list alongside treatments for cystic fibrosis and cancer. The list, consisting of 523 medicines for adults and 374 for children, is a catalog of the drugs the WHO believes should be available in all functioning health systems. In the past, including a drug has helped boost access for people in poor countries, such as for HIV treatments in the early 2000s, rather than letting price be a disqualifying factor. The committee views inclusion in the essential medicines list as a potential catalyst for access. And this is according to the head of the WHO. The expert committee added the active ingredients in Novo Nordisk's Ozempic and Eli Lilly's Mounjaro to the list to treat type 2 diabetes in conjunction with established cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, and obesity. My husband was diagnosed with stage 3 kidney disease. And he's now considering, now that I'm doing, and he see how I'm feeling with it, he's considering doing this himself. My daughter's even thinking about, my youngest daughter's even thinking about doing this for her health as well. So that's major. The drugs were initially developed for diabetes, but have become widely popular weight loss drugs too, under different brand names. But the WHO stopped short of adding them to treat obesity alone, as it also did in 2023. Hey, we'll take the crumbs when you give the crumbs, because eventually I feel like this is going to be added for obesity too. They'll look at it differently down the road when they see all the things from your heart, autoimmune, all those things getting better with people, then maybe they will then add that, because once you lose the weight, it doesn't clear everything for everybody, but it does help. It does help with whatever it is you're going through with the illnesses that you have. So the drugs were initially developed for diabetes, like I said. The committee said this decision provided clear guidance on which patients would most benefit from these therapies. High prices of medicines like semaglutides and tirzepatide are limiting access to these medicines. I take tirzepatide. I don't know anything about the semaglutide world per se, but I'm learning. The WHO also says that encouraging generic drug makers to produce the product would also help when patients begin to expire on the drugs next year. So let me read that again. High prices of medicines like semaglutides and tirzepatide are limiting access to these medicines. That's what they say. I'm just reading what they say. So the WHO in a statement said that encouraging generic drug makers to produce the product would also help when patients begin to expire on the drugs next year. A spokesperson for Novo Nordisk said the company was committed to supporting broader access to its treatments. Several companies are already working on generic copies. Globally, there were more than 800 million people worldwide living with diabetes in 2022, according to the WHO. There are also more than 1 billion people with obesity. That's why I feel like eventually they're going to add obesity to it as well, not just diabetes, because that's a lot. 1 billion people with obesity. Earlier this year, a WHO memo said it would recommend the use of drugs for obesity, a separate step to adding them to the essential list. That's good. That is absolutely awesome, because that's what I'm saying. They're taking steps. They might be baby steps, but they're taking steps. So the WHO memo said it would recommend the use of the drugs for obesity, although they are adding it on there for diabetes right now to the essential list. So the list also includes Vertex Pharmaceuticals combination therapy for cystic fibrosis, Trikafta, and Kaftrio. Activists have criticized its high price and lack of accessibility for years. It also includes Merck's top-selling cancer immunotherapy drug, Keytruda, for the treatment of cervical cancers, colorectal cancers, and non-small cell lung cancers that have spread or metastasized, and recommend strategies to increase access. The WHO also added rapid-acting insulin analogs, also made by Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, among others, to the list for treating type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. I'm interested to know what y'all think about that. I guess we just keep our eye on that, because I'm going to be adding news stories when it relates to stuff like this. I already have one that I have pre-recorded, will come out tomorrow. But like I said, this is major breaking news. So maybe not in your world if you don't use it, but in this world, it really, really is. Because like they said, 1 billion people obese. Not everything is able to be fixed by just dropping your fork. Some things are hereditary. Just a lot of things go into play. People are taking medications that sometimes do weird things to their bodies. But just wanted to come on with a little breaking news, and I will see you guys in another video later. Y'all take care and stay safe. I love you, but God truly loves you more, and that net loves me too. I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you could be, and when you are, go out and spread God's love. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video out, and leave your comments. Thanks for coming in, Erica. Thank you to Lois and anybody else in the bushes. Thank you for coming in as well.